What's happening, people? Welcome to the Straightjacket podcast 153. Please, before you watch this and before you do anything, hit that like button. Like I said to you, we always aim for 1,000 likes. You guys do it all the time, so big up to you for doing it. Nuruddin, how are you? I'm back in Manchester. I was in London for the weekend.
Escaped, you know. Man, escaped.
I did.
The snow.
I escaped the snow.
We were snowed under.
Listen,
to be
man.
fair, that's the feelings being around Man United.
Yeah, well, there you go. You know what I mean? We've been down under. You know what I mean?
Crushed, mate.
But how are you, man? How are you? You know what
I'm
I mean?
alright. It's
all right
a
today.
little bit today.
It's warmed up today.
Yeah, at least I can feel my fingers.
Yeah, I know. You know what, man? Even texting someone was like, do I even text him? I say, yo, listen, I won't have to call you when I get home. You know what I mean? That's what I had to say. Yeah. Seedorf, stay there. As soon as you see the camera, there we go in now. It's behind the camera now, so you might see a shuffle in the camera. But
Let me grab him.
Yeah, go grab him. Go grab him, people. Go grab him, man. They're causing a nightmare. He's gone to grab the cap. He's coming now. It's Seedorf. He's the one for me, right? He's the one that's always causing a lot of mischief.
Yes.
Always causing a lot of mischief, man. Here he is.
He loves that stool, doesn't he?
He loves the stool, man. You know what I mean? But big up to everybody here.
Big up
Rangnick's era has started, Nuruddin, but he's not.
It's not started, mate.
Yeah, no.
Any of yous out there good at visas, immigration stuff?
You know
Any
what?
immigration lawyers?
Why is it Man United, yeah? Conte can come from Italy, which is more further. I think Germany's round the corner, isn't it? Italy's more kind of like south, isn't it? I could be wrong, you know what I mean?
It's true.
It's
no,
true,
you're
then.
right. It takes when you go an hour back, it takes almost like an hour to Germany on the flight from different parts of Germany.
Oh my
I used to go
God,
there
man.
all the time. It depends
Yeah.
where you're going, but it doesn't take that long.
Yeah.
Italy's at least a couple of hours.
Listen, I don't know what's going on, man, yeah, but this.
Listen, we are shambles, mate. Not organised. Come on, bankers run the stuff. Do you think they're going to be organised?
Bankers should have money. Bankers should say, you know what?
Brand envelope. Pretty Patel. Pretty
She said, hold on a minute, mate. You're not coming in yet.
Yo, she's a Liverpool fan, mate. I'm telling you. She's like, Rangnick has stopped out Arsenal fan. Imagine she's a gunner. Pretty shame on you, Patel. That's what I say.
That's
mate.
what, exactly.
Pretty shame on you, Patel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I think it's a shambles, man. But we have to deal with Carrick. But the era has started in terms of he's the manager.
Yes.
He's the interim manager.
Yes.
I haven't got your thoughts in yet because I feel like a lot of people have been coming at you, Nuruddin, in the Twitter saying, Nuruddin, just be happy. Just be happy. Don't be a negative Nancy.
I'm not a negative side, but you know what I am? I'm always, because I've experienced some of these things, right? Man United have put me in the dungeon, mate. That's what's happened, right?
Yeah, of
so,
course.
am I trusting the bankers to give this guy... So how long are me and you talking about this guy's potential?
Oh, mate, time.
Remember when we had the game when you met Aaron and we saw him? Yeah.
We saw him.
We saw him. Aaron's got the photo on his Instagram.
Aaron was there, hotel football. Some guy walks past and Aaron's saying, that's Rangnick.
Yeah.
And literally you were like, you know, go, come on, come to us. And then you said to Aaron, can you translate?
Exactly. The guy needs to, honestly, that guy, we've been on about him for a very long time.
Yeah, man.
Ralf Rangnick is the innovator. They call him the professor.
Yeah.
In Germany. There's him and a guy called Wolfgang, right? Both of them are responsible for the German football, the re-emergence of German football. Because before German football, before these two guys, and by the way, this Gegenpress really came from Lokomotiv
Moscow.
No, Dynamo Kiev.
Okay.
We just got him from Lokomotiv Moscow.
Yeah.
But Dynamo Kiev is where he came from because he had a team in the 80s and he played a friendly.
Yeah.
And I mean, Soviet Union, this was the Soviet Union back in the day, even though Ukraine is Ukraine now, Dynamo Kiev is in Ukraine. But it was part of the Soviet Union and they had this very maverick kind of a coach.
Yeah.
And his style of play was surreal in terms of what he wanted to do. And they played him in the game and Rangnick was like, I had to stop watching the game and count how many players they had. Because they were pressing the hell out of us. They won't give us. So they had it looked like they had more players. More players on the pitch.
But that shows you the system.
So what he did was then he was like, wow, there's a different way to play. He went away. He would go then go to Dynamo Kiev's training ground and spy on them and make notes.
Wow.
So that's the kind of person, that's the kind of thing. That's where the Gegenpress comes from. We know all of the different influences this guy has got. He's got incredible influences.
Leipzig, you know, he's got Schalke,
Salzburg,
Hoffenheim.
Exactly.
You know, this guy is multi-talented.
I think the team they were called as well.
Okay. Yeah.
They're one of the first teams he had. So he is an innovator, but the biggest thing started me about being negative is that I'm not being negative, I'm just saying to you, will the bankers relieve all the power and give it and trust in an absolute guy that we've been crying out for?
Yeah.
This guy should have been coming in after Fergie got sacked. No, not David Moyes. This guy should have been in. We would be a totally different football club than the when we are right now. So for me, it's never too late.
Which manager would you have put Rangnick after? If you were looking at it, would it have been Moyes? Would it have been after?
No,
Van
Klopp.
Gaal? It's crazy how
it would have been Klopp.
Sorry?
It would have been Klopp.
Okay.
It would have been Klopp.
Yeah.
Natural would have been one of the guys. It would have been Klopp. It would have been Klopp for me to come in, right? So it is for me what it is. We go with what we, you know, the time now. They can recover. What do you want to do, Rascal? Are you sure you're not going to come there and make me come around again? Hey, go and play with your brother. Go on.
Right.
But the biggest thing for me is that he would have put we would have hired coaches instead of managers. We would have hired coaches. We would have had a modern football structure. We would have made signings that made sense to the style that we want to play. But are these bankers willing to relinquish the power? This guy left Schalke. You know, remember, I told you I went to Schalke.
Apparently one of the guys in the club left. Was it the doctor?
Yeah, and he wanted somebody else in, and they were like, nah, we're not getting it. And where are Schalke now?
You know what United's going to tell? What's he going to say to United then?
And where are Schalke now? So, Schalke are in. They got relegated. They got relegated. He took them. I remember I was playing them when we played them in the semi-final. In the semi-final.
They were just unlucky. That day they had good chances, man.
Listen,
first leg I thought they caused problems.
Listen, exactly. And then we were just clinical. Clinical terms in that time in Europe, we were just super clinical. But he left Schalke because the club did not listen to what he said. And Schalke now got relegated. That's where they are today. I mean, we'll talk about Salzburg in Austria. They're the Red Bull teams. RB Leipzig. Who are RB Leipzig without this guy? He literally
10 years have been bought.
He built, and then for the 5 years they win the Champions League.
For me, that is incredible.
So in terms of this guy, is other than being a coach or a manager, for me, he's more of a very structured. Everything I've been screaming about.
It's the structure. We need a podcast with them.
This is the original structure, mate.
If you was to sit down with him, mate, it would be crazy.
But for me, Saeed, it can still go wrong.
Yeah,
because I don't trust the bankers.
That's the worry for me.
Nothing's guaranteed. The bankers and also the players, how much they can get used to his ideas. So me, the people he's bringing in, it's got to be a fitness and conditioning coach, because we know what happened when you know we know what happened in that Liverpool game. We're only trying to press.
God, man.
We had 4 muscular injuries in the first 20 minutes of a game against Liverpool.
Yeah.
So this guy
and the Wolves game when Rashford came on for no reason 20 minutes to go in the FA Cup. And the next thing you know, is out for... Luckily, lockdown was the reason why Rashford came back.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, these kind of things, do you think Ralf Rangnick will get hold of and say, right, you're injured for 2 weeks or 3-4 weeks yet, but you're staying for them 3-4 weeks. And when you do that, you're doing extensive training so that you're fit. You know, you don't just come in and say, Harry, are you free? You know, that is for me. Can you believe that? Yeah, I don't want to go back to all it yet, but Harry Maguire came back early.
Forget that. Scott McTominay, I just had surgery.
Oh my God.
7 days later, 8 days later, 9 days later, he's in the team. When he got Donny on the bench.
That is crazy. By the way,
it was called robust. It was called robust.
But he's keeping these lot for 6 months. The same guys who failed under
I don't agree with it.
Failed under Mourinho.
I don't agree with it.
Why is it allowed to happen though when you look at it?
Because Man United are an absolute joke of a football club. And hence why I don't trust this process. Because those guys can backstab him anytime, and those coaches still have some certain biases against some of the players, right? Some of the players who didn't think their coaching methods were good, and Ollie's coaching methods were not that good. So those players are now still going to be scapegoats. So they're going to be on his ear and Ralph's ear saying, "Oh, he's a bad trainer, or he doesn't try."
I
At the
said,
end
you
of
know
the day,
what I
it's supposed
said?
to be a clean slate for everybody.
Yeah.
For every player.
Every player.
For every
You know, when
player.
I looked at it, I said, I tweeted it out, yeah, and I think this is quite funny, but Ralf Rangnick might be coaching these coaches rather
He's
than
done
the
that
players.
before. He's an educator. He's an educator.
But then, what time is he has it? Is he educating the coaches?
Exactly.
You know, for me, yeah, why did Man United put these guys on a 4-year contract? Mike Phelan, and to say, you know, they should have put him on a rolling contract. You know, someone like Mike Phelan, he would accept a rolling contract. You know, and say, right, after 1 year you renew it. After 1 year you renew it. And then you've got Michael Carrick here, which I've respected what he's done. But same time, mate, you've been under that bad regime.
He came out, you know, against Chelsea when it was like after the game being interviewed. Oh, this pressing's been made a lot out of. What are you talking about, mate? He's like, because some said it on TV, everybody has to bang on a... Nah, mate. Are you... What planet are you on? What planet are you on, mate? Like... Football, if you're not aggressive, if you're not playing aggressive football, if you're not getting in people's faces, now it shows me what you've been coaching. When you come out with statements like that, you think it's like the day you played. Because Man United is the name, we should have a right to play the way we want to play. Nah! Listen.
When you look at there, yeah, big up to Man Athletics here.
Yeah.
He goes, Rangnick's style of plays, we like to press high, like a very intense counter pressure.
Yeah.
When we have the ball, we don't like to have the square or back passes.
You know,
there's a lot of players who do that.
Who got man of the match on the weekend? I mean, Scott, how many times Scott McTominay passed the ball back? Like I said to you, I'm not scapegoating.
No
anybody.
scapegoating, man.
I want everybody to get a clean slate.
Yeah.
Right?
It's fast approach, it's proactive, it's attacking, it's counter-attacking.
And this is not going to be, Saeed, it's not going to be a... To me, we're going to see that play in about 6 to 8 weeks. Because we're playing every couple of days.
Yeah, I know. We're not going to see that straight away.
And the biggest thing is that he doesn't have the time to train them. And then he has to also worry about the intensity of the training. Because if he trains them too hard, they'll pull up in games like it happened to Klopp at Liverpool.
They might not want to turn up. They might just say, I don't want to do it.
Exactly. So what he's doing, Lars, I can't remember his surname, but he's one of the best video analysis. So a lot of the things...
Nobody's coming with him though.
You know, he is.
One person?
No, he's coming with him, and there's another person, I think. There's going to be two.
But the main guy that we needed is staying at Locks in Moscow.
The fitness and coaching guy.
Is it?
No.
It's another guy.
No. And Lars is the guy.
Let me check, I'll find out.
The guy who's got Lars, he's one of the best video analysis. He used to work for Bayern Munich. He was at Bayern Munich with Pep.
Okay.
Video analysis guy. And a lot of the things...
This guy here, well-known German specialist Lars Konetka will take on position as head of sports and development of our football. That's for Lokomotiv Moscow. So he's staying, that was the key. Yeah, well, there you go. So that was a key one.
No. All of the reports said that he was going to come.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. And he was a guy, he's number 2. That's his main guy, right-hand man. But, you know, some people said to me, yeah, big up to Vintage John. Big up to Vintage John, yeah, on Twitter.
If he's not coming inside, he's one of the best video analysis. He's I think, the first person to ever do the video analysis in Germany.
And we need that. Instead of these little dodgy iPods that they've got from Benny Road. You know what I mean? I'm being serious, man. Shout at Benny Road.
Big up Benny Road.
Big up Benny Road.
If you're in doubt, if you're after something, is that Benny New Road?
Benny New Road.
Don't forget Longside Market as well.
Exactly. Don't forget Longside Market. But these iPads from there, mate. So they're probably crashing every minute.
Do they all these fishing are still looking at the iPad like that?
I said it was Candy Crush, but it could be anything. But my thing is, right now, I'm big up to Vintage John. He said to me that this is... I still don't understand this, but... Ralf Rangnick has to give them 6 months because he's only here for 6 months, so it would make sense for them to leave in the summer. But why should a football club wait 6 months? But these guys have been here for 3-4 years. But why would you wait? Let me know in the comments. Listen, would you have sacked the rest of them and said bye-bye?
Of course.
I would have.
Listen, they should... Listen, I kept saying it. Scholes says it. Everybody jumps on the bandwagon. We were saying that.
There you go.
Right. It wasn't just Ollie. It was their coaching.
Yeah.
They the way they were coaching.
Yeah.
But... Like Kieran McKenna and Carrick, they were there under Jose for a year and a half at least.
Yeah.
Luis Faria left, they got promoted, didn't they?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, Man United are shambles. If he's not coming, Lars, because that's what the first report said.
It's not.
Who's that person, by the way?
Lars.
No. Who's the person? Is it a reliable person?
Look to Moscow.
Wow.
the actual Twitter account. They said it.
Okay.
I've not heard anyone come with him. Let me know in the comments.
Nah. I mean, Romano said yesterday that there are at least 2 people that are gonna come with him, but he's got different people from different clubs, and people are like, why would they leave? Because to put Man United as a CV, even though it means something. The name Man United means something to get other jobs for other places. But he's coming in for 6 months at it because he wants the job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's not dispute this, people.
Yeah.
He wants the job.
Well, the cat people, he just got him. Has he got you? What were you doing with me? You were just flicking your hand. I had that last time in the car.
You know what they get you?
Yeah. They got me on my bottom last time and I was like, I had to touch your bottom, honestly.
It's dangerous around here, mate. They're both sat around there and they're like, what's going on? Anything new too fast for them. See, that's like, shut up about Rangnick, mate. Give me some more treats. I can't breathe. I'm gonna have to watch it because I wonder how my body was, because all I see was like that. Like that.
Oh my god.
Like a scratch. But see, I was like, forget Rangnick, man. Where's my treats? The biggest thing is this, right? Man United. He's coming to audition for the job.
Yeah.
And if he's going to be taking that 2-year consultancy, it's only because if he goes wrong.
Yeah.
If he goes wrong for the next 6 months, then he'll be you know what, I'll help you do the structure. For me, Man United should have gone and get a manager and signed him as well. Because that's what we should have done.
They would have done that.
But it shows you the lack of planning, the lack of how we're going to interim. It's incredible,
it's
man.
Baffling. You know what it is?
All the interims we've had. You know how many managers we've had? How many people who've managed Man United on a match day since Fergie got sacked?
It's crazy.
With him, it's going to be...
Giggs as well in there.
Giggs, Carrick,
yeah,
Solskjaer,
yeah,
Rangnick, Jose, David Moyes.
Yeah.
6 or 7.
Yeah. 6 managers in all that era. In eight years, I think so.
9 years nearly.
9 years, man. That is, for me, it's criminal. What is that one?
That just shows you a club that has zero plan. But I think most viewers know our point of views about how we run.
Yeah.
But to me, he's coming.
Will there be a clash in terms of...
Of course.
You know what, yeah? When you're looking at Conte right now, and he's coming out with these words and saying, oh, well, I didn't really think I'd be getting these kind of players. And, you know, he's looking like, you know, his exit door. And he won't, like, you know... He will have integrity, not like Oliver Solskjaer. He will have integrity. Say, you know what? I'm walking, mate. When you look at Ralf Rangnick, I think there's a worry for me, right? He looks at the job and he thinks, bloody hell, who I'm working with? What banker? Have we got bankers in charge? Who am I allowed to make decisions here? You know, and that for me is the worry. And why he wasn't allowed to bring his coaching staff, for me, I'm baffled. But again, I want to know in the comments, is he giving everyone a clean slate? Does he want to be on board? Might feel him maybe showing him where the coffee machine is, you know what I mean? Let's be real.
You know what, with his statement, it looked like he's giving everybody, you know what, he's
is he smart?
I'm not talking about what Murtaugh's saying, because you know what, because Woodward is that toxic, innit? They don't want to, Neil Ashton's like, Wood, they're fighting for your blood.
Yeah.
You better stay in the background, mate. Yeah. So John Murtaugh comes out, right? John Murtaugh is hiring somebody who's more qualified to do the job that John Murtaugh's doing. What qualification John Murtaugh got? This guy's built clubs. Salzburg, IP Leipzig, Hoffenheim. Yeah. This guy has actually worked at clubs and built them. And is probably one of the best directors of football or football structuralists. He's a structure. You know, word doesn't exist, but he is a structuralist. That's what he is, on the highest order. The biggest thing is this. He makes a statement, so I was watching for what he said. His statement says, I'm looking forward to working with the experienced players and also the young talent that we have, and working with them individually, and more importantly, to work together as a team. He's super excited. That's what he said. And basically, that's in and around what he said in his statement. Not for word, but I'm just summing it up.
You try to sum it up.
Yeah, that's what he said. And at the end of the day, for me, is that I can see this club hamstrung in him. Like, putting, like, you know, every manager's come, worked. Even Ollie has worked with a hand twisted behind his back. Like, that's Man United put you in a jail, mate. And by the way, anybody who's gonna come out, say, we're gonna say on this channel as well, on my channel, you're banned. Rangnick is no wheel. Manchester United, its driving license have been revoked.
Revoked, mate.
Revoked.
No more ban.
Listen, Rangnick at the helm. Rangnick at the helm. Not Rangnick at the wheel, mate. He's not there. We're not getting bantered.
What did they say? The Kaiser.
We're not getting bantered, mate. We're not getting bantered.
I think for me though, when I look at the Rangnick era, right, and I know it won't start against Arsenal, but is there a sense of belief with what can United follow his lead? Will United as an entity, because we have to do it as an entity, can't just focus on the team, as an entity, will they be able to follow his lead? Are they going to be, because under Van Gaal, the reason why I say it's, and by the way, this is what Ralf Rangnick said. He goes, I'm excited to be enjoying Manchester United and focus on making this a successful football club, a successful season for the club. The squad is full of talent and has a great balance of youth and experience. All my efforts on the next 6 months will be helping these players fulfill their potential, both individually and most importantly as a team. And beyond that, I look forward to supporting the club's long-term goals as a consultancy basis. My thing is, right, is what will, like when he talks about that there, he's looking at the whole approach. You know, will United help him get to that whole approach? The medical department, you know, the team, you know, you're looking at the scouting network. These have to roll into one. And when I look at Van Gaal era and the media, how they compounded him, you've seen it, right? They didn't like this kind of man who almost like was too clever for them.
Yeah.
And he might be too clever for these lot. And it's like,
I mean, already the attacks are happening, isn't it? Because a lot of the people in the media support different clubs, innit? Support our rivals, innit?
Most of them supported Oli, rather than.
But that's what I'm saying to you,
because it was a club icon, it was a club legend, you know. They supported him because he gave them that greatest ever moment. Yeah. When you look at Rangnick, there's no sentiment involved now. So it's now a case of they might ask them questions.
Go back to being a football club, mate. None of that DNA BS, mate. None of that DNA.
That's another one.
You know what the Man United DNA is? Playing his type of football, because Fergie did that for years and years and years, and Sir Matt Busby did that as well. Front foot, attacking football, no let up. That's what it was. And Man United, Old Trafford, when United are losing one drawing 1-1 and it's 20 minutes to go, kitchen sink, the baby, the bathwater, everything's going, mate.
Yeah,
that's the reason why so many people fell in love with Man United. So when people talk about Man United, it's not nicety. And you know what? It's so funny. I've been saying it for 2 years. Roy Keane on Sky Sports. It looks like a mates rates, jobs for the boys.
Jobs for the boys.
I'm like, I coined that a long time ago. Jobs for the boys, business FC, mate. Jobs for the boys, business FC. That's what we've become. And at this moment in time, for me, if Carrick had anything about him, if McKenna had it, or Phelan had anything about him, it's not even about the money side. They pay their mortgages. They're rich enough now, man. They're not struggling. They're not struggling now. They'll find a job somewhere, right? They'll go back to college.
Yeah. Or punditry.
Whatever, right? That's what. So. To me, but Man United are like, no, we've got to keep them because they've got to learn.
That's the problem, though. When I look at it, right, when you talk about the United DNA, you know, is that the biggest kind of plan for Ralf Rangnick? Will he look at this thinking, right, we've had our time with Alex Ferguson, now it's a new era of football. Will he want to do that? Will he be brave enough to change the pattern of where this football club runs? Because for me, I've had enough of this kind of United DNA. Because you know why I say that? Because for me, it's a false kind of dawn. It's a false premise. Because we have not done that for how many years now? We got David Moyes. Then we go and get what's the other guy called? What's his name? Van Gaal.
Yeah.
Then we went and got Jose Mourinho, who was a quick fix. Then we went and go back to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who was kind of nicey, and it was more of a kind of go out there, express yourself. There is no project. There is no United DNA anymore. The United DNA is to win, and it always has been. And right now, when I look at, what's the gentleman, Ralf Rangnick, is that, do you reckon, his biggest challenge to change the mindset of the fans? Because I don't know if you heard the TalkSport guy as well. He goes, a lot of fans have accepted failure nowadays. And it's almost a case of, we've won everything. We've kind of seen everything. We need to go back to kind of being hungry as a football club. We need to have that hunger of winning trophies, Nuruddin. We don't, do we? And I don't think we do as a fan base. I'm speaking for myself here, but I want the fan base to kind of believe again that we can win trophies anymore. You know, we almost threw the kitchen sink when it was Oli, when it was certain other managers. We threw the kitchen sink. Right now, get behind Ralf Rangnick, and I think for me,
it's going to be lots of ups and downs.
I will do.
It's going to be ups and downs. It's going to be. But as a fan base, I'll ask you the question. Of course, if he's giving the power, Saeed, if they don't stand in his way, we will be bearing the fruits of his labour for years. I can't get any lower than under Ollie's regime. Listen, for years to come. For years to come. But there's going to be ups and downs. Yeah, there will be. I'll ask you the question. Yeah. Which players do you think are going to adapt to him? Do you think there's going to be players looking at him going, who the hell are you? Should I be honest with you? I don't think Wan-Bissaka will adapt to him. But I think he'll adapt to his pressing style.
But in terms of technical ability, I'm not
But
sure.
I think I've not been coached, and that's what encourages me when he says one-to-one, work with them. Now you can. Now Saeed, you can because he's young enough yet. He's young enough.
Okay, fair enough then.
He's young enough to be coached.
I think personally, Wan-Bissaka will not be part of the plans. That's just my personal opinion. But then will Man United say we'll pay 50 million for him, mate? So you have to work with him. And that again, does that go against your principle? Would you rather have that? If Man United say,
no,
there you go then, exactly. So again, this is what RALF Rangnick has to do. He has to come in and say, this player is not my player. If he says Wan-Bissaka, it's not part of my plans, and I want a right back who can play, because he said about Luke Shaw, he can't go against his words, you know.
No, you know what?
He'll give him a clean slate, of course.
Listen. At this moment in time, he's gonna come in. He's gonna assess everybody. But now that Lars, I'm worried now. Because Lars and him work together very tightly.
Exactly.
And if Lars is one of the best physio analysis in Europe, and if Lars is not coming, and they basically gave Lars his job.
Basically,
they promoted
so
Lars.
Must have got that whole knowledge.
Yeah. Of
the
course.
fountain of knowledge.
Exactly. So they promoted Lars to give in local vote in Moscow. I've given him that. But at the end of the day, it's simple for me. Manchester United, we're going to get the fruits of the labor. There's going to be tops and turvy. Are the fan base happy? Because, like Saeed said, getting whacked 5-0 at home, getting embarrassed by Man City, it doesn't go any lower than that.
I think for me,
to me, the things can only get better.
I think you're gonna see a different Saeed, you know. I really do, man. You know me, normally I'm quite impatient, yeah. But I think under this manager, I'm gonna give him every patience possible. You know why I say that, yeah? And people
because
say,
it's not his fault, to be fair.
Exactly. A, it's not his fault. Exactly. A, he can't do anything in 6 months. And B, I want structural change at this football club. And if he's allowed to do what he's doing, this could be a success, not only for now,
I'm telling you,
but it will be an upward trajectory. And you know, when I said United could be 5 years away, he could instantly go like that and be like, you know what, we're 2 years away.
Exactly.
It won't be.
I said that exactly the same way.
Exactly. We won't be. Listen, I'm gonna have to be. Listen, Man City, Liverpool, they won't tail off. Chelsea, they won't tail off. But you know what? We could compete. And I think that's the biggest thing you have to do right now. You have to compete. And I think RALF Rangnick, the reason why I'm going to be patient with him, because I know what his expertise are. And his expertise are recruitment. His expertise are getting the football club back to, you know, to the level of
style of play.
Style of play as well.
System. A clear, defined system. Everybody knows.
Identity as well.
And like bringing in experts who can work, conditioners, like sports scientists, people that can actually help our players, give them every chance of recovering from injuries.
Facts.
Like all of these different kind of guys. He is a specialist of putting a structure in that will last for decades. Every club where he's been, they've only got nice things to say about him.
Yeah.
No club where he's been has got horrible things to say about him.
No.
And people are like, well, he's not won anything, or he's not been given it. Because most of the clubs don't want to give the power to mavericks like him, who think outside the box.
Exactly.
They don't.
The reason why do you think Man United are giving it him then? Be honest with you. Are they desperate for help now?
Come on now. They've been exposed. They've been exposed. They have been from top to bottom as a football club.
Yeah, they've been exposed.
We've been exposed. Like laid bare. We have become embarrassment of embarrassment. By the way, the two kittens are going absolutely.
Mate, they've been like that all day, mate. All day, mate. They have been absolutely running ragged.
As long as they're not here.
That's it.
Over there.
You know what I mean? By the way, RALF Rangnick can't do that. He can't just say to the players, you do what you want.
No,
you know
you
what I mean?
can't.
That's one thing.
That's one thing you're not. Man United, in about my words, even with video analysis, because you're not going to get that much in the training ground. When everybody's playing in the League Cup, we might have a week off or something, like a couple of days off.
Yeah, 21st.
Yeah.
But again, it isn't really a day off because we have to play on the Boxing Day.
So, no, I'm talking about like after Christmas. When the League Cup starts, then because we're not in the League Cup, but the FA Cup starts. So it's going to be a very interesting thing for me to think what is going to happen. And I genuinely believe that RALF Rangnick, within 6 to 7 weeks, we will see a change.
Yeah.
We will see a change. We will see players that we will thought, no, they were horrendous.
Now we'll be exposed a little bit, though.
No, of course we're going to be exposed. Of course we will be.
In terms of, you know why I say that?
Because it's going to be ups and downs. We could lose. Like everybody's like, oh, the fixture's so kind to him. We could lose some of those games.
Might be good at Old Trafford, mate. 5-4s, 3-3, 3-2. You know, you might see excitement, Norridin. Are you going to have that? Is your heart going to be, you know what I mean, ready for that? In terms of 3-2s, you know. But again, this was the start of the Klopp's era, though. People don't understand. They were leaking in goals, you know, in Klopp's era.
Of course.
But you know what, though? They ended up.
They had a system.
They had a system.
You
and
could
when
see
they
Liverpool go forward.
There you go. And when they got to the level where they needed to, Nuruddin, that was a key thing for me. And I look at it and I think this Rangnick era will have to be built on patience. But this football club have to give him that. And that's the problem for me. Will this football club allow him to build what he wants to build, Nuruddin? Will this football club allow him to do it?
That's a $1 billion question.
Yeah, the billion, yeah, exactly.
It's not a million, it's $1 billion question.
Is it 6 months for you? A kind of a feeling of, you know,
offside.
Short.
It's very short. Especially the type of football he wants to play, because he needs the pre-season side. That's where majority of the work is done. Where he's got his whole team, not Carrick and McKenna, and not Phelan. I'm talking about specialist people who know what they're doing, who've worked with him before, who are then putting a plan together, doing the fitness, because it's about. Try to explain to some people, right? Basically, Man United can't go and press tomorrow. Have you seen our running stats?
No.
We have some of the worst running stats.
We're literally just below certain teams.
We're in the bottom three, bottom five.
Bottom three, that's it.
That's what we're at, right? So, for him to get the fitness up, right, and to do, it's going to take time. It's going to be some casualties and injuries.
Yeah.
And that could pose a danger to the Champions League if we try to fight for Champions League.
Yeah.
For me, at this moment in time, I can only talk about from where we are today.
Yeah, exactly.
Today we are on relegation form. Because the inadequacy of Man United, he could have been in charge for this game, but there isn't. He's still in.
Has he got a lot to do?
He's got huge to do. To me, with Lars, because of the initial report, he needs help. Because Kieran McKenna and Michael Carrick, with all due respect, got two managers to sack.
Kieran McKenna, man. That's the one that bugs
now,
me.
Michael Carrick is what's that? Don't listen. Don't be trying to protect him. Don't be trying to protect him. Don't get sentiment now.
No.
That number 16 and all that. No. Listen, he's clueless, mate. He's clueless. And you know he should walk, mate. He should walk.
He should walk. I said that already. I tweeted that. He should walk, by the way.
All of them should walk.
Yeah,
all of them should walk.
All of them.
All of them should hold their heads out in shame.
They said they got a job to do in terms of they're just doing it for the club.
No, they ain't.
But that for me, I find that baffling.
Man.
To say you're doing it for the club, that maybe is why they've rewarded these guys with staying the extra time. Maybe I think that is.
It's all because they want to save money, and it's all because they still holding on to this Man United DNA business. They are. I'm sorry to say, they're not giving it up.
The feeling.
They're not.
That one is for me the baffling one.
Listen, they're not giving it up.
The feeling one for me is.
And the biggest question I pose, and I posed it earlier on, and I'll pose it again. What about if you're those players that they didn't like you, the coach didn't like you? They're the reason why you never got selected. You never started.
Yeah, true.
Right? Because they're giving reports to Ollie that you're not this, you're not that.
Yeah.
And they put you to the sideline.
Yeah.
How's Rangnick comes in and it's like, are you sure that player is not? It's not a good trainer. Are you sure that player is not got quality? What I'm seeing, he looks really good. Could you imagine those awkward conversations?
Crazy.
The reason why people can come in is because they trust the people who work together. They trust each other. Is Ralf Rangnick going to be able to trust these guys, or is Kieran McKenna, is Mickey Phelan and Carrick going to stab him in the back? Mm-hmm. That's the thing you have to consider. That's why for me, I promise you guys, when I tell you, when I'm getting giddy, you know it's time for you to get giddy.
Yeah.
Because I don't get giddy, mate. I don't. Right? Giddy army. I know you're out there. I know you're giddy, but I have to wait and see. I have to wait and see. I can't just go. It's exciting. It's exciting. It's
wait
a change.
And see for
it's a wait.
Of the consulting kind of role.
No, it's wait and see. Let's see what people he brings in. Let's see the changes, but it's going to be topsy-turvy. It's going to be,
and that's my worry because we need to get top form,
because of Man United, because of the bankers, because of Murta and Fletcher. All people are giving them credit. Nah, mate, you foresaw this. What was happening after that Europa League final? Yeah. You should have had a plan. You should have had a 2 or 3 people. Yeah. You should have.
And also, they gave him a contract, Nordin.
3 years.
3 years. So my thing is, Nordin, are you worried for top form, man? Because he's not managed, you know. He's not managed.
For about how many years now?
For how many years? He's done a lot of jobs in football, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, but he hasn't managed. Is that the worry for you? Oh, I told him to get behind you. There he is, Scholesy. But if you look at, like, you know, top 4, especially top 4 already, it's a battle, man. Arsenal are in there, West Ham are in there. You know, the three.
Spurs will fight there.
Exactly, the three up top, they're already secure.
Of course, that's locked, mate.
That's locked in.
Locked.
You know when
listen, they're not even looking. They're looking above each other. They're fighting.
They're fighting.
It's a three-way fight for the title.
They're fighting up the top.
They're not even looking down, mate. They're not like, what's going on?
The problem is, though, this is why the Arsenal game, for Carrick, you know, for him, you know, they've got one last dignity. You know, one last kind of thing they need to do is get that 3 points, mate. Because Norridin, Ralf Rangnick comes in. It's like Eddie Howe.
He might not even be hit. He might not even be for the Crystal Palace game. And you know how Crystal Palace turn it on against the big
mate,
teams.
they're very good, you know.
They turn it on, mate. They turn it on.
What, they beat us? Have they beat us last 2 seasons?
Last 2 seasons at Old Trafford, yeah. Smoked us, mate.
Wow. Because we were there for that other one, remember?
Nah, the one we battered them.
Oh, we battered them, mate.
And then remember Dan James equalised.
Dan James equalised. We were on the front foot, but then...
And then they had a one breakaway.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And then they scored, was it Van Arnold last minute? Mate. And we were gutted, man. But they beat us convincingly, 3-1, even though it was a dodgy penalty kind of thing, whatever they did. But they won 3-1.
Exactly.
You know, but then again, you know when you look at the Eddie Howe role, yeah, and I'm not going to compare it to United yet, but in terms of top 4, I think, when you look to Arsenal, it's almost like a very, very big task, you know, to go on that run. Because people are saying we've got winnable fixtures here. I get Crystal Palace is not a winnable fixture, yeah. And also Brentford away. Is that a winnable fixture for you? Nah. The way they've been playing already. No. To go there with a new manager, under the storm, under the flood, you know, they play very,
pressure, mate.
Pressure. This is what I mean now. United now are under pressure. I don't think we have.
And that's the biggest thing. These players can't even have a new manager bounce.
No,
you know
they can't.
Because you got the same coaching people telling them the same things that they've been telling them for the past 3 years.
Yeah.
So how's that supposed to work? We can't even get the interim right on time. You, Scholes, Seedorf, stay where you are. Don't even bother trying to joke.
I think it was his brother.
No. Go on, get him. Go on, get him. Go over there. Yeah. There he is. He's over there. Let me open this door for them. Get out here.
Go on.
Get over there. Get over there.
Seedorf, go.
Get down, you little rascal. Get down. He'll try to hit you. Yeah. There you go.
There we go.
Get down, you little rascal.
Get down. Sorry about that, people. Make sure people keep liking the video if you haven't already. Please smash like a review. But when you look at the top 4 battle, it's gonna be
easy.
Man.
Listen, I'm not even thinking about top 4 at the moment, because we're in the relegation form.
You know what, man?
We are.
We have -2, is it, or -1?
We are on relegation form.
I can't believe, you know, the mess we've been left behind. You know, I don't blame on it. I blame the people above him.
Listen, the
people above him. I kept him longer than he should have.
It was never about him.
I know. I 100% understood with you, but it was almost the frustration of when it was games that we've seen. We took the frustration on Ollie, but it was always the bigger picture of they should have sacked him after Liverpool, and we're in this kind of mess now.
To me, it's a standard now. All right. Any future Man United manager, you can get whacked by Liverpool at home 5 or 6-0, and he still keep your job. That to me, there's a certain lines. I don't care who you are. You have to go, mate. You have to go. Red card or no red card. It was 4-0 by that time.
4-0, mate. And then, you know, he said, Jess Trees asked him, when did he think it was damage limitations after 4-0? You know what I mean? When is it damage limitations for this guy, manager? Is it damage limitations?
At the end of the day,
can he get the club back to where it belongs?
It's not Ralf Rangnick's fault if he can't do it, because this club is toxic.
Yeah.
Top to bottom. Fish always rots from the head.
You know, either way.
And the biggest thing for me is that it's going to be ups and downs. But it's our fan base. Are you guys happy to be patient? Are you happy to be patient? I don't think so, because some of the fan base are telling us we need to win now. Should have got Zidane. Zidane don't want to come.
Nah,
why would anybody want to come? Why does anybody want to come to toxic football club?
Yeah, true. That's true.
Zero structure.
Yeah.
My only hope is that after this 6 months, this guy gets us Champions League, hopefully, and then because I'm it's the Glazers.
Imagine we get Europa League football. What would you do?
Europa League football. That's me not talking.
That's why I said to you.
That's not me talking about.
Be careful when you say I want to get out the Champions League, but we could be back in there. You never know.
Nah, listen to me. I'd rather finish 12 than finish in the Europa League. Honestly, I'm telling you now.
You know what? That's true because then
you can get proper coaching.
Yeah,
then
exactly.
It's like Arsenal. That's what Arsenal
once a week. We need once a week. Yeah, we need once a week.
That's what Arteta's done. That's why Arsenal we're going to be facing on Thursday. He's worked with him and he's put a system in place.
Let me ask you a question, Odin. That's a good question, you know. As much as Champions League is important, is it important?
We need a season out of it. Man United need a season out of European
football. Either way.
With a good coach.
Exactly.
We need a season out of you, or not because. What's the point of going to when you're going to get knocked out as soon as you go to the last?
That's what I'm trying to say. Who does it really affect, this Champions League? It just affects our egos and the club.
The bankers, mate.
That's all it does, really. And I know people will take this and be like, oh, Saeed doesn't want Champions League football. No, it's not what I said.
It's not about
I
that.
said, though,
it's about a system. If you said to me, would you rather have a system still than go Europa League or Champions League? I'm like, no, I want the coach to sort that system.
Because then that system back winning Premier League.
Exactly.
So you have once games a week. And Man United, playing against Man United once games a week. It's a very, very... Boy, that could be...
Training ground, proper... We would see it instantly. This guy, if Man United were a proper football club, after that Europa League final, they would have looked at it and thought, you know what? Ollie, you've done all the best that you've got. You've had 4 semi-finals. You finished 3rd and 2nd, which were good.
Of course. Yeah.
But after that Europa League final, to me, that was the biggest red flag. I said it to everybody. That was the biggest red flag. And imagine starting with this guy in the beginning of the season, or someone like him. Do you know what I mean? Or somebody like an innovative, progressive young coach. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I feel like we're going around in circles in this conversation. No, but the biggest thing for me is that are these players? It's going to be on the players now. I wasn't making a lot of judgment, especially in the last 8 weeks, because I was like, these players look like they've been hung out to dry because they've got no clue. Like the club has hung out Ollie to dry. He was making the players. You know what I mean? The players were hung out to dry. So the whole footballing bit on a Saturday or a Wednesday or a Tuesday was just shambles. So, but with this guy, I just genuinely hope, and then this is a hope. It's again, we're back to hope and pray
all day. We've gone from kind of, you know. Let me ask you a question, focusing on Arsenal now. And by the way, people, let me know if you're confident for Arsenal, because I am confident. I'm confident. You know why? Because it's a must-win, and that's why I'm confident. You know why I was confident? Even when we was 2-0 down against Atalanta. I'm not even kidding you. I was like, we're winning this game.
No, of course. Listen,
you know what it is? When United need the win.
Nah, it was the fans. To be fair, it was the.
I think the fans at Old Trafford.
We coached them.
We coached them, man.
We coached them to get him back into the game.
We're like, go, run. You know what I mean? When De Gea was remember De Gea for what game was it? When he kept passing it. You know what I mean? He kept doing simple Everton game. We said, go forward. You know,
he started taking goal kicks.
He started taking goal kicks.
Too easy for him because they were just working us out.
You know what I mean?
That's one thing I've got to give it Carrick. You've got to give credit.
Defensively.
No. We're not playing out as much as we could, but sometimes David De Gea, it's not just whacking it up. He's hitting it into an area where United can fight for the second ball.
Absolutely.
And I said that.
Yeah.
Because that's not hard to coach.
Absolutely.
It's not hard to coach.
I'm going to give you a good...
Arsenal game, this is... You're confident. I'm not. Yeah. Because unless we score first, then the 75,000...
If they score, boy, oh boy. I think it's game over.
Get ready for the booze.
Yeah, I know. I think for me, because Arteta goes in full defensive mode.
Get ready for the booze.
And then United can't break teams down. I've seen it before. Booze, you know, and this is a team that defends well, though. You know, in terms of when they go 1-0 down.
Get ready for the booze,
let me ask you a question
I'm drooling, worried about Arsenal stuffing us. And you know what? I know too many Arsenal fans as well.
I know.
Too many Arsenal fans. All over everywhere, mate.
Manchester, mate. You know what I mean?
Majority of ethnic people supported Arsenal because of Thierry and Vieira, Ian Wright. People even older than me because of Ian Wright.
Yeah, of course.
And like Rocastle and
of course.
these players, man.
Let me ask you a question.
R.I.P. Rocastle.
I want to ask you a question about this certain player, Bruno Fernandes. You know, is it time for him to be dropped? And you know why I say that? Because
he's sulking at the moment because Ole got sacked.
Is it?
Yeah, he's sulking, and he was sulking because did you see the way he played? He wasn't even celebrating. He's the first guy to celebrate. If you watch the goal back where Sancho scores, and Ronaldo scores, he's not really celebrating as much. He's sulking because he got dropped. He's sulking. And he knows he hasn't got a protection anymore. Listen, he's sulking. Yeah. And it's also, he knows a new coach is not going to be getting that free roll.
Mate, you know, did you see the compilation of his actual play in Chelsea? I thought it was pathetic.
Listen, you can't really listen. You can't.
No,
really,
he's not coach. I understand that.
Listen, all of our attacking players, you can't be too harsh on them, because in football, for your creative players to make a difference, you need to have possession of the football.
Yeah,
we were having that ball like it was a hot coal, man. So hey, listen. But we didn't sustain any possession.
No, I'm talking about
for
this
15
game
minutes,
here.
we did that in the second half.
This game here, though, Nuruddin, for me personally, it's my own opinion, and let me know in the comments if you should. I think Jesse Lingard or Donny van der Beek should get.
Donny van der Beek has to play.
Yeah.
I'm just so sick and tired of Scott McTominay passing the ball backwards.
You know what? People
the man got a trophy.
Was the problem, man.
Listen, the guy got a trophy from. It's all started by Jose. Jose gave him a special trophy because he kept listening to him and passing the ball back. And Jose on the interview said, even when the crowd were moaning at him, he still did what I told him to do. And that's what we are, guys. How can you play midfield for Man United and pass the ball backwards? And then Jamie Carragher knows what's going to happen. Taking the mick out of us United fans, giving him man of the match. Yeah. On what planet? The man of the match was David De Gea, mate. Yeah. Without him, without those two first saves.
Matic and Fred were
listen. But Saeed, they're good when everybody's there defending as well. That's what I always said to you. When you're playing low block football, you're not moving out of your area. Everybody is in an arm length of you. There's no spaces. But when you're playing an attacking football where you're going forward, you get exposed.
And they were being exposed.
Exactly. And this is what people forget. It's easier. I played football. I'm telling you now, one Saturday, even in the Saturday Sunday league, when everybody was back defending, our centre halves allowed with cigars.
Yeah.
Because we're there, we're protecting them.
Yeah. That's the worry though for me, Dordan, because Michael Carrick, as much as he's doing well,
because there's no system. The system is basic. We're just gonna hold them. Like I said to you, for me, it was embarrassing. It hurt me to watch Man United with all these quality players to put out a tactic like that against Chelsea. I wouldn't mind if Chelsea were like Barcelona, like tiki-taka, keeping the ball away from us. Only for 15 minutes we played in that second half. But Gunners, young guns are coming for us. The young guns are coming, mate.
Energy.
They're coming.
You know what I mean? Have they got a lot
I told people about Smith Rowe. I'm telling you, that kid is super technically talented. He's faster with the ball, with the ball than he is. You know what? For me, there's aspects of it. It's a bit like Merson. But Merson was a baller back in the 90s. You know what I mean? But he looks more technically gifted than even Merson and these guys that they used to have. I'm just looking at Arsenal, what players they had. But he runs faster with a ball at his feet, right? And Saka, him and Saka and Odegaard, the link up. And if they play, to me, Lacazette is the guy, because he will occupy defenders and cause havoc up there. Every time he plays against us, he's always trouble in the centre halves. And personally, I would strip the captaincy of Maguire and I would just get him to see if he can focus on his football. But I won't play him tomorrow because unless we're playing low block. And you know what the boos are going to come at half time. I'm telling you now, if Man United play low block defensive crap, right, the boos are going to come at half time.
I will be booing, mate. I do it all the time, man. I was doing it for a couple of years. But, you know, big up to Leslie. I'll see her, man. She'll be there at the first game. She doesn't mince her words as well. She literally goes in on everything. And she calls it as you see it. Because for me, the level of football United, though, especially this, for me, this will be the acid test for Carrick. And I know it's his last game before he goes.
I don't think he's Crystal Palace.
Can't do it, Nuruddin. Can't.
Crystal Palace.
Rangnick, get the visa. I'll fly him over, Nuruddin. Shall we fly him over?
Pretty.
Apparently,
does anybody know Pretty?
Patel, but that's
Pretty,
you.
shame on you, Patel, mate. That's their name. Pretty, her middle name is shame on you,
apparently,
Patel.
Because he's not been coaching for the last couple of years, his permit doesn't count or doesn't.
Listen, you know what? I don't know if you said it, but condolences to the friends and the family of those 30 people who passed away.
Absolutely.
Not passed away, but who were neglectingly murdered. Because to me, that's a manslaughter from the French government and the British government. Those who sang, and shame on Priti Patel. Absolute shame. You cretin. You are a cretin. That's what you are. But anyway, sorry. Sorry. I just had to get that out.
Absolutely, man. This is enough.
Because people are literally dying on the dinghy boats in the channel.
Yeah. No, 100%.
They're not migrants, they're refugees looking for asylum.
Yeah.
Stop brainwashing people. Yeah. And those of you who are in doubt, research it. Don't take it for my word, research it.
No, absolutely. We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna get predictions, Nuruddin. Are you confident? I'm confident. 3-1 I'm going for. Why not Nuruddin,
Saeed,
man?
honestly, there must be something you know.
Listen,
There's
why
something,
not
there's
Nuruddin?
something most of you don't know that Saeed knows. Saeed,
Listen, why not?
Have you got an inside track?
No.
Have you got inside track on the Carrick?
Listen,
That's Carrick.
I can't
That's
take a
Carrick
loss.
give you the tactics.
You know what it is? I'll be honest with you. It's just more kind of my, you know,
Front in it, it's the front.
Yeah, it's the front. I'm sure the front because you know why? If we lose Nuruddin, man.
Your life is over.
Yeah,
About
we're
Arsenal
back to
fans that you
exactly,
know,
you know.
you
Look at the spaces.
You go hard for Arsenal.
I go in because you know, we were rivals when we were growing up, man. You knew Nuruddin, man. Before they became born again City fans and Chelsea fans, they were all Arsenal fans,
They
mate.
were,
And they might come out for one day and say, "Oh, I'm an Arsenal fan." Again. You know, it's true though.
You know what? I've got into the spaces. Big up the spaces, by the way, on Twitter.
Them spaces are getting
Some-
wild though.
Yo,
man, you know what I mean?
listen, you know what? Some guy, listen, I stay away from any wild business, right? I just talk about United and structure.
Yeah.
That's what I talk about.
But some of them, man, it's crazy.
Some of them are crazy. But it's funny that some people are singing to each other, man. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Why do I want to hear you sing, mate? Karaoke. I go to a karaoke bar. It's not like we're in lockdown.
It's one important.
It makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
It makes sense, man. You know, I know the Thai place.
No, but you
the
know
Thai
what,
restaurant
it's
with karaoke.
social media now. Everyone's
It's
mental
mad
health
though,
is out
honestly. It's like lockdown.
Yeah, it's
like,
like
if it's lockdown, I understand.
But well,
But why am I listening to people singing, man?
It could be locked down anyway, so you might want to hear people singing now.
Don't get the mask up, man. That's what I'm saying to you, man.
No.
Get that, man. Javid, he's a shame on Javid as well. Shame on you,
Nuruddin, I'm
Sajid
gonna come to
Javid,
my house
mate.
now. Chill out, Nuruddin. You're gonna get me locked up.
And you know what? Honestly, no word of a lie. Shout out to everybody who's ethnic minority. They voted a bill in recently where they can strip you of your British citizenship like that.
absolutely, yeah.
Like that, without any notice.
Without any notice.
And nobody in the media is talking about it.
No.
Nobody. But
No.
anyway, I'll say this. You're fronting it. If Man United score first, I'm confident. If Arsenal score, it could be a rap side.
Yeah. It could be one.
But all I'm saying to you is that if McKenna and Carrick within these couple of days
Defensive
coach it with that defensive approach,
Yeah.
and we play low block football against Arsenal at
I
home.
think this, you know what it is? Because they're scarred, you know. They're scarred by the results.
Saeed, I can't accept that, bro.
Yeah.
I can't accept that.
But anyway, people, we're going to wrap it up now. Please like the video. If you haven't liked the video already, shame on you. We're going to just say it right now.
It's a shame on you. And you're not subscribed.
You're not
Shame on
subscribed.
you.
Shame on you.
We're out to roll to 50,000 people.
Exactly. So make sure you subscribe to me. Make sure you subscribe to Nuruddin. By the end of this video, you probably watched the Prem Talk. So make sure if you haven't watched it, watch the video. This will be podcast 153. And yeah, man, enjoy the rest of the evening. Stay wrapped up. It is cold out there wherever you are in the world. You know what I mean? It's getting cold now, so stay wrapped up. And we'll see you soon, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Peace. Come on, Rangnick. Come on.
Come on, man.